Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Okay. All right, so we're back here. And going back here. Okay, so I'll read from this Prema Sampoods. This is called The Treasure Chest of Pure Transcendental Love. Okay. So that's what we need, man. You know, this is the devotion. Isn't that basically our niche in this world? Our niche is to awaken the importance, teach the importance of that so that people can understand, oh, this is what's missing. Is this prema. Oh, there's so many. Can you imagine waiting so many lives for this? Oh my God. I couldn't do it, man. I can't wait one day. No prema, no name. No realization of the name. I wouldn't even want to chant, man. I would have but just chant the name without Radha, without devotion. We can't do it anymore. Maybe those guys, you can do it until you get a taste of this. Then you'll have to have this. That's Raganuga Bhakta. That's why Krishna is just waiting for you to want this. You want more than just rules, regulations, ceremonies. External bhakti. See, that makes it external. Internal means, oh, something inside is happening. Oh, I'm having a baby. Oh, a baby is coming. Yeah, that's prema. It's a girl. Oh, that's great. Thank God. See, who wants a boy, man? I want a girl. Devotion is a girl. Oh, right. Now we celebrate. You know, they celebrate with a boy. No, that's Maya, man. It's illusion. It's a girl. You got to have a girl. Then all of a sudden everything, now the dance comes. Now the poetry comes. Now the creativity comes. Now the beauty comes, right? We all know women, beauty. Yeah. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a nice pastime, you know. Radha's in the forest and the gopi comes. He says, oh, where's Krishna today? Oh, I just saw him. He's over there. He's learning dancing. He's learning to dance. Oh, really? Who's his master? You, Radha. He sees your image in all the trees. In the forest and the flowers and all the beauty in the forest is reminding him of you and making him dance all various. Your image. Say image. Yeah. See, in the world, people are imagining, but they're imagining the wrong things. They're imagining, it's like trying to imitate God. You're imagining things, but actually it's Vishnu laying down, having bad and good dreams, good and evil dreams. So you imagine all that stuff, man. See, that's why you just got to leave. Like Lolita's class this morning, she was talking. She really caught it. You can't understand this by speculation. That's the imagination of in the modes. See, that's why you got to hear, man. You got to hear, just hear the pastimes, from a devotee who's relishing this ecstasy of praying. Okay? See, then then that's the image. See, that's the image you want. This is what the acharyas give us, is the image of Radha and Krishna. And with that image, it's like a cup. See, these words are like a cup filled with the nectar. See, this is this prema, this devotion. The treasure chest of pure transcendental love. See? It's going to be a great book already. Just from the title. If you don't hear a title like that, don't read the book. Worthless book. Without love, there's no real book. There's no life in the book. It's just a book, a bunch of words. Even the scriptures, without this devotion, without this love, this prema, it's just empty words. It looks like empty words. You can't see it. That's why people came to Jesus. There's these guys, they saw Jesus and they were looking, they're like these people that come here, they want more of Krishna than just a bunch of rules and ceremonies and regulations and mandates and must do, you have to do, force. Again, like, come on, man. Where's the butter on the bread? Where's the salt in the vegetables, man, in the meal? When we're engaging in devotional service, it's like eating a meal, man. Supposed to be. Otherwise, it's just like, God, I'm just doing this because I'm supposed to, because I got to keep the body healthy and everything. But yeah. So the disciples, one of them came to Jesus. He just said, "I want to follow you." And Jesus said, "Why?" "I want butter on my bread." Or in other words, he said, "Then I want to feel these scriptures I'm reading." See, that's when you get a Jesus. Then that's when you get a bona fide spiritual master. You want to feel these scriptures. You're not happy going to Purohit's program and just going through the motions. Like, hey, man, we're going through the motions. Isn't that amazing, man? Every day we're doing our sadhana, and every day we do like clockwork. When you say, "Hey, man, I want to feel this," I mean, they're not finished with it. He doesn't even care about what we're doing. Can you imagine? We're putting butter on the bread, and he said, "No, I like my dry bread. I like my bread dry." Well, I'm sorry, I guess, Still don't understand. See, they don't understand Radha, her role in Krishna consciousness. Because without her, we cannot become conscious of Krishna. We won't know who we are worshiping. Just like Jesus said at the woman at the well. We know who we worship. Why? Because there's butter on the bread. She's the butter, man. Makes it tasty. Makes the scriptures tasty, right? That's look at Johan, man. He's trying to taste for years. Scriptures couldn't do it. And they come here and they get the taste, and now they're yummy. See, that's why the real guru is yummy, man. There's some taste in what they say. It's not just dry, empty, boring Bhagavatam classes. There's life in that, man. The dance. Like, you go to a class with a real guru, it's a dance, man. It's thrilling. It's comedy there. There's everything that you want. It's profound. It's sci-fi. It's like, it's out of this world. It's alien. It's transcendental alien invasion. Yeah. When are we going to get to this book? All right, let's try this. Let's try a little bit here. Loving attachment has a particular nature that is. Loving attachment has a particular nature. This is by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and translated by Narayan Raj. Thank you very much, Narayan Raj. You know, they had this book, you know, it has so many books. I was in Vrindavan, you know, and he writes a lot of books, or he did. And they put them in a storage thing. And I wanted to distribute them because I went, for a year and a half, I went and investigated the Sangha. So I wanted to distribute the books. Boy, man, but they wanted to charge me full price, you know, like, so I said, how can I distribute the books? You want to charge me full, you know, it's not even, you know, oh, well, these books are very valuable, you know, you got to pay full price to distribute them. So they stayed, nobody distributed, they just stayed in the thing. And there's so many books, they just kept putting in them, and nobody was really reading them because you need the prema, man. You know, otherwise you're not interesting. So they were all stuck in there. And one day, it was very interesting. One day, there's so many books, the door broke down. Literally. Boom! It broke the door. I don't know how. It was like a miracle. What was that saying? What was just get these books out of here, man. Get them in the world or something. And they were just, you know, miserly storing these books. Okay? And also the prema. No, can't show it to you, man. You can't see the life. No. We'll just blah, 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 blah. But no, we can't show you this life. Okay? That's why I always question, do you really have it? Because, my God, when you got wealth, man, you know, can you imagine? This wealth doesn't make you a miser, man. That's why Lord Chaitanya had the wealth of prema. He said, this wealth makes me, I'm so rich, man. I want to throw this around. I want people to get this, man. Hey, this is what it is. It's simple truth. That's why this truth is very simple and very profound. Because with this, people will really be happy in Krishna consciousness and will never leave. Why would you leave when you got prema, bhakti, devotion to Krishna? Well, there's no greater, you'll know by experience, there's no greater treasure than this, no greater happiness than this. But you won't know that with just Krishna's name and pastimes and all that. You need this butter, you need the taste, you need the emotion, awakening. And it's pure, and its only object is Krishna or God or a incarnation of the Lord or his devotee. It's only focused there, because that is the Lord's happiness, is himself and his devotees, because they represent his spiritual potency. It's the only real treasure that he has. Can you imagine in this world people are going after all this garbage and considering it treasure? That's Maya, that's illusion. You're going after shadows. Okay? Going after material wealth, material control. I want to control the body. It's always about the body and the mind. See? And people don't even care about the emotions because they're troublesome here. You notice that? The people want to go into AI. Let us these emotions just give us troubles, and they do. You know, miseries, pain, you know, you get a little enjoyment and then a lot of suffering. Let's just keep it superficial. Let's just get sense gratification. You know, let's not get emotionally involved. Let's go into AI. Artificial intelligence. That's what it is. Our intelligence is superficial and artificial until we get realization, you know, that comes from this devotion. We don't know things clearly. Everything's dark. That's what I see. You know, devotees talking, trying to figure out what is a real guru, and always missing the mark. Why? Because of a lack of prema. That's all. Real devotion. I had to go through so much to get this, figure this out, man. And you know how I figuring it out? It's always prema. Every day, the devotion awakening gives me more realization about the truth of everything. See, and prema in her shadow form makes you forget everything, makes you dumb, dumbs you down. Attachment, feeling for the world makes you an illusion, makes you weak, stupid, dumb. See? But pure prema makes you intelligent, makes you free. See, her other side, this Maya side, it's called Mahamaya, and then there's Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya is what we're learning, tasting mellows. See, tasting these verses, tasting Krishna, because we have the gift of praying. See the gift. Praying. See? Then we realize, Krishna is so amazing. This is so great, so fantastic. Look at the Maya. Ooh, look at, they're all attached to money, wealth, women, men, children, all this very deep attachments. And look how weak they've become. And look how strong I'm becoming, just relishing this wonderful gift of praying. God, no wonder I notice people when they say, "Oh, thank you, Kohari Das, for helping me connect and to marrying me to Krishna." Isn't that basically what I'm doing? I'm just a minister. My job of minister is to marry you, right? You want to get married? You go to the minister and they marry you in a nice ceremony. You come here, we do a nice little ceremony, boom. No formalities. Very simple wedding. No big pomp, thing. Just marry off to Krishna and Radha. Go ahead there.
The honeymoon is fantastic.
The fantastic honeymoon. It never ends. That's the beyond, isn't it? The one here ends. Thank God it ends. Because in some lifetime you'll figure it out. Then you'll see somebody on an eternal honeymoon. They're always in for like happy forever after thing. You see that, you think, oh my God, that's the truth. That's the truth that's going to set me free. Let me go after that. That's Raganuga Bhakti. Very quickly, spontaneous devotion. Very quickly, you're married off by the minister, which is the bona fide spiritual master. Yeah. Yeah, what do the gopis do in Vrindavan? They take flowers, they pick it, and put it at Krishna's feet. What are we doing here? We're picking flowers, putting them at Krishna's feet. He likes a lot of flowers, man. You're the flower out there. Did you know that? You guys are the flowers. We're just picking you and putting you at the feet of the Lord, man. And the flower blooms then. Otherwise, there's no blooming. And we take these little flowers, they're kind of closed up, and we say, we want these to bloom. We want to see, like little kids, they like to see the miracle. Take those little flowers, they're not bloom, they put them at the feet of Krishna, and they boop, boop, boop. They smell, fragrance, everything comes out. So, loving attachment has a particular nature. See, loving attachment has a particular nature. See, loving attachment in the world has a particular nature. Start there. And it's not very good. Not very juicy, very wonderful. It's a little bit of pleasure and pain. A little bit of pleasure and a lot of pain. And you get very addicted. And then you get more pain than pleasure because you're addicted now, and you do it too much. Everything you do too much. You get too much money, become addicted to profit. See, I got to make a profit, turn a profit like Bill Gates. I know what this is a great thing, all these little injection things. Oh, bam, you're going to turn in a great profit at your expense, by the way. Oh well, there's a little few problems, and we know how we have control over the media. We know how to we manipulate the numbers. But now I'm turning profits here, see, and that caused a lot of karma, action reaction, man. That's why there's a hell, there's hells are because of this action reaction. See, all because of that strong attachment and desire. Okay? But, see, we have full knowledge. See, full knowledge is because of having the complete Godhead, Radha and Krishna, devotion to Krishna here. That's why I tell you, I love these classes. They get better every day. More clear every day. We understand. And at the same time, when somebody will come across these videos and it'll just blow their mind someday when they're ready. Wow, I never heard my gurus, never. And that's great. That's good. Get some experience out there. Go listen to a few of those other classes. Classes that are not invoked by prema. Giving the realizations. Otherwise, we really don't have the real understanding. See? Then when you get to Bhagavad Gita personified, Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified, that's the devotee Bhagavat. And you see, wow, that verse is alive in that person, man. Look at it. They got real understanding, deep understanding of the scriptures. Where'd you get that? Well, prema. Well, how come my guru didn't teach me that? Well, they don't know. They also need this. Just logical, isn't it? Well, how come I didn't have that logic? Because, you only get this by prema. She's the most intelligent person. Radha, if you don't have Radha on your side, man, you're going to lose. I guess you know. Does anybody wonder what my relationship is? Ever thought about what is Gohari's relationship? I'll never tell you. If you're too stupid to understand, then why should I even tell you? I have these guys, these devotees, Vaishnavas. They come in. What is your relationship? You would never believe it if I told you. So you just come and see. And then if you still don't get it, well, you're obviously Krishna's not giving you the intelligence. I mean, it's pretty plain and obvious. All the devotees' relationships when they start to awaken is plain and obvious. There it is. You don't have to say what it is, because if you have to say what it is, then people will never believe you because they're in Maya. They can't see it. And they don't believe me anyway. It's, you tell me your relationship. Oh, yeah, you're really ready to hear. Yeah. You're really open. Yeah, you're really following. See, Bhakti Yoga is a descending process. You hear from a person that has their relationship with Krishna in our line. You hear from them and get purified and realize, hey, man, I'm convinced that this is really the path, man. I just want to sit here like Maharaj Parikshit and hear from my guru, because I can see this person has realized the Lord, and that's it. And this relish the word that comes from devotion, because that is rarely heard in this world. That's why you only see it in the books, only in the Bible, from prophets. Okay? And then everybody's speculating on them practically, Therefore, you don't taste it. So you got to get the taste from the devotees who have that taste. They're like the book personified. Isn't that funny? You got to hear that vibration, and then it works. That's the formula. See? That's the plain and simple truth. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 1, on the spiritual master. Okay? Simple. Loving attachment has a particular nature. Yeah, again, so that nature, loving attachment for the world has a particular nature to put you in illusion, to weaken you, put you in prison. And loving attachment for Krishna, for God, what does it do? Frees you. See? You're free from the material prison. See, because now it's what it's all about, is just to be a part of you, my Lord. My Lord, I just want this intimacy again. I'm finished with this Maya, man. Finished this stuff. It just didn't do me any good. All it did weaken me. No. I just want to surrender, man. I just want to love you. You know, I want you to be my strength, man. Radha and Krishna is my strength in my life. Without you, without this divine couple, what do I got? I don't even care to exist. I only exist because of you. Okay? That's it. I don't just want existence that I'm existence. Are you kidding? I want my existence be based on you, both of you, the divine couple, the twin divinities, not just Krishna, Radha and Krishna. Radha can't live without Krishna. She needs Krishna too. She needs the absolute truth. Okay? He needs her, and then they're happy. And I'm just happy bringing them together. Okay? So that's the particular nature of love of Krishna. Everything is there. Purification, love, spiritual power, the power to deliver others in the world. Everything is there. Yeah. Creativity, the purpose behind everything, the essential truth, everything is there in this kind of love. Why wouldn't anybody want it? Everybody would want this because it's better than it's the best of the best. See, if people knew love of the world is it's making them weak and miserable, miserly, limited, and this is unlimited bliss, man, unlimited spiritual happiness, unlimited knowledge, the essence of knowledge. Unlimited, happiness and of making God happy. The happiness of making God happy in our own hearts. That's, you see, the Lord appears by making him happy. Oh, he's pleased. Ah, that's great, man. Lord, that's all. You've taught me well. Thank you so much. Yeah. Can you imagine the greatest happiness is somebody else's happiness? But not somebody else in the world. See, that's the idea of people pleasing. The antithesis of people pleasing is pleasing God. Because it's something inside us wants to please. See, that's why if you're a people pleaser, it's natural because you're in the Maya. Maya makes you that. We have a nature. You love the world, you love people, and therefore you want to please them. Okay? But a devotee is on this other side. They're in reality, the eternal reality, and they realize, yes, the same principle. See, there's a nature of this love is you want to please God. I mean, when I started to realize this by this taste, it's like, wow, man, God, it's so amazing. Just your pleasure is my pleasure. Your desire is my desire. Your goal is my goal. Oh, I'm on board with that. This is the greatest of everything. Yeah, I can't make a plan better than his plan. Yeah, this way. This is the best. Okay, next sentence. Within the heart of the lover, a yearning may spontaneously arise to hear from his beloved's mouth. See, when the heart of a lover, see, that's us. Let's put it practical. See, we're lovers, lover boys and girls, lovers. It's also Krishna. Within the heart of a lover, a yearning may spontaneously arise to hear from his beloved's mouth. See, that's Krishna. That's his name. That's his pastimes. Hear the words that come from his beloved's mouth. Oh, what's interesting when we surrender, when we understand how to surrender and are making progress in the surrendering, oh, your mouth becomes like that. You yearn to chant the holy name. Yeah. To hear that word come out of the beloved's mouth. Oh, that's because the Lord is in the heart. He wants to hear you chant. You notice as little Nimai, he wouldn't stop crying until the ladies would chant Hare Krishna. See, he would, and then they chant, I'm happy now. See? So this is internalized that. That's the way the Lord's feeling. Not happy. Like I'm sitting there and when I'm sleeping, and the Lord ain't happy until I start chanting. Otherwise, I won't, his happiness is my happiness now. Where he won't be, if he's not happy, I'm not happy. They come and sit down and we do this, our sadhu sangha thing, and all of a sudden, the Lord said, I feel, the Lord's happy. Oh, so nice. So great to please you, Lord, my friend. See, that's intimacy. You like that? You want to be like that? It's freedom, man. Freedom from all these illusions. The Lord will help you on all levels, even in the physical. It'll show you what's going on in the world. I saw this guy yesterday. He was a nice guy, but, materialist, an illusion, and thought he was smart. And he said, yeah, I studied all these things, and I know. And he was doing all the opposite of this, and he took 2 of the injections. Oh, yeah, I studied all this stuff. And the reasons he told me were all lies. They weren't the truth, because he believed the lie. See, so he thought he was so smart and he could outsmart, like he could make an intelligent decision. But I tell you, without God's help, we can't. And he just went, yeah. And I said, I didn't tell him, but I knew that was a lie. He was believing. See, and he made his decision based on the lie. That's how you can't outsmart the Lord's Maya. We need his help. That's why certain people see the bullshit going on and some people can't. Doesn't matter how materially intelligent you are. Or even in Vaishnavism, you see the gurus. Some of them fall prey because they don't really have the real protection of Krishna yet. And they're not clear. So, you get this. You get help on all levels, even physically, and see what's going on in the world and all that. Thank you, Lord, man. Just for, getting his happiness, which is the real happiness of the soul. Everybody, you, me, everyone will be happy when they get this. That the Lord's happiness is our happiness, and that is our protection in this world and forever. Narada Muni's going all over the place because he knows his happiness is the Lord's happiness. And the Lord's happiness is his happiness. There you go. Union. See? Communion. He opens his mouth. See, because the lover is yearning to hear from the beloved, and he chants Krishna's name. See? And there's the happiness of the Lord, the happiness of the devotee. They share the same heart. They share the same bedroom. Share everything. The Lord doesn't want to be alone. He wants to be with his devotees, and the devotee doesn't want to be alone. He wants to be with the Lord, right? Yeah, and then we got some friends on the same page with that. Oh, that's icing on the cake. That's so wonderful. Be with real devotees in this world. I tell you, what we got going here is fantastic, unusual, uncommon. And you don't get it yet? You won't. We're just going to keep doing this sacrifice as long as we can. And it'll get more and more clear what Krishna consciousness really is. Yeah, we're turning profits, actually, we're making profits, right? See, we're making profits, not profits. But we're doing both, actually. See, this is complete, that's not. They're just making profits at people's expense. See, because that's fruitive activity. But we get everything. When we got Krishna's happiness, we're making profits. prophetic persons. And this is our prophet. Isn't that nice to profit like that? I don't need anything beyond my needs. I don't need the excess. I'd rather just make profits, turn people into prophets. See, to me, that's profit, because it's the Lord's profit. The Lord feels profit. If the Lord feels profit, I feel profit. See, Maya is everything's topsy-turvy, inverted, dark, not very, it's all limited, selfish, everything kind of more nuclear. So, spontaneous arise to hear from his beloved's mouth about the excellence of her love for him and the inferiority of his love for her. What? Okay. So within the heart of the lover, a yearning may spontaneously arise to hear from his beloved's mouth about the excellence of her love for him and the inferiority of his love for her. So early one morning, we'll just leave that aside for a minute. Early one morning under the control of such love, Virginta Nandana, Sri Shamasundra, the unrestricted, carefree enjoyer of Ras. See, this is good. Unrestricted, carefree enjoyer of Ras. Do you want to live like that, or do you want to be restricted? See, this is Vaidhi Bhakti. You're practicing. See, when you get into the rasic stage, tasting ras, this praying, this is the gift. This is the gift Lord Chaitanya gave. See, it's a gift. You can't attain it. It's too hard. This is the gift Narottam, Shamananda, and Srinivas gave to the world. See? How did they give it? Well, they had praying. And they also had the Goswami books. See, they had the word, the conception, the highest conception of Krishna. See, this praying won't arise except with the highest conception of Krishna. And they had that, given by the Goswamis. See? Unrestricted, carefree enjoyer of Ras. See, how much do you want that? Well, the only way to get it is you got to be with the devotees who are like that. You can see, wow, man, this guy, this is what they call this a fault, because I'm not a stickler for all the rules and regulations, all this. Well, you can be like this too. You want to be free? You just got to know what the real path is. The real path is the devotee. I mean, even the disciples of Jesus added some of an understanding of this. Jesus comes, man. He's a special messenger of God, right? Transcendental personality comes. They took shelter. See, bona fide spiritual master sent by the Lord. They took shelter. What happened? They became carefree, unrestricted. And the Pharisees didn't like it, but they wouldn't do it. They're envious, jealous. We got to follow all the rules. You need to follow the rules too. Why are you doing that? Why are you eating corn on the Sabbath? Well, they're unrestricted because they have the higher principle. They know Guru Tattva. They took shelter of an empowered personality that came to deliver them beyond the rules and regulations and all these mandates and all these. This is superficial still. They went past it. It became carefree. And it's never any different. When Lord Chaitanya came, also, The devotees who took shelter there became unrestricted and carefree, and the what do you call it? These student community, stickler for rules, regulations, all didn't like it. What is this? They're just doing what they like and so free, walking around like that, like kings and princes. Yeah, well, you don't have to be envious. You can just well, whatever you need to get you here. Of course, that must be you want this. Well, you want this, you got to come the right way. Come into the association of devotees who are experienced devotees, and they're living like this. You can see, my God, these persons, they're more unrestricted and carefree. Why? Because of Ras, man. You can't taste this Ras. You can't relish Rasic devotional service. This gift of pure love of God coming through this Sangha, well, you're going to be out there a little bit confused and unclear, trying to figure out what is the bona fide guru, and your answers won't be clear either. You want clarity? Well, come here. You get it because devotees are relishing Ras. We're not waiting many lifetimes. It's already here. You want to be free in this life? You want to be carefree? You want to be a spontaneous devotee? I mean, that's why Lord Chaitanya came here, to make spontaneous devotees, and that's obviously it's we're in revival because look how many we're making already. Can't you see the obvious? If you can't, what kind of teacher are you? What kind of follower are you? You want to get clear? Hang around clear people. Come listen to a few classes. See if this isn't the clearest thing you've ever heard before. I mean, just ask from your own experience. No blind believing here. I don't want blind believers. You want to believe blindly? Go out there and follow blind leaders who don't have prema. I'll just tell you directly. No prema, they're blind. No, if you don't have the gift of this devotion, this pure love of God, you're blind. And that's a fact. You don't want to. You can study all the scriptures, always the same conclusion. You're blind without devotion. Ask Brahma. No profuse tears coming out. Lots of these wet hankies, man. And laughter and calling out to the Lord sincerely, naturally, spontaneously. You can't do this, just forcefully. This is a spontaneous devotional service. That's a gift. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what we're about here. You don't like it, or you do like it, but you think this is, this is where you're going to get it. Aman says, okay, anyway, I read a little bit more here. Okay. Early one morning, under the control of such love, Vrajendra Sri Shamasundar, the unrestricted, carefree enjoyer of Ras. I just love this, man. This is the essence of truth. This is the goal of Krishna consciousness. To be unrestricted, you'll be unrestricted when you can taste Ras. Okay? Restrictions are only put on us because we're of the world. We're tasting the Ras of the world. It makes us restricted. This makes us unrestricted. That's why you have to get the gift. Otherwise, this is too hard to attain. You got to just get it in the disciplic line when it's available. It's on the shelf now. You're not coming here and saying, well, hey, man, what's on the shelf is what you're going to see and hear is Vaidhi Bhakti, is rules, regulations, and building temples. Yeah, well, actually, in truth, there are rules here too. The rule is sadhu sangha, man. Come and hear these juicy topics of the essence of truth. Follow that rule. It's a lot easier than all these other rules. This is the regulation. Regularly come here and here. Keep your heart, on what we're doing here. They're just more simplified regulations. Mandates. Yeah, there's a mandate. You must hear these things because if you don't, you're going to dry up. So it's up to you. You want to dry up, then don't listen. Don't come and regularly hear. You know, don't go and do YouTube. What do you call these? Facebook Live things and talk about Krishna. You want to dry up? Go ahead. Otherwise, this is the mandate. It's up to you. This is how we get the shelter of Krishna, is by engaging in this kind of service. It's a lot easier than these other things. Or then you'll just be caught up in the world and destroy your body and overdoing everything. So, disguised himself as a young woman of heart-stealing beauty, and went to the courtyard of Srimati Radhika, the dear, darling daughter of Vishnu Banu Maharaj. See, disguised himself as a young woman of heart-stealing beauty. And that's Krishna too. That's why Radha is also Krishna. That's a particular form. That's his pleasure potency. That's basically what he's disguising himself as that. So it's true. But you got to have that potency too. You can't just neglect that. So he disguises himself as that. And went to the courtyard of Srimati Radhika, the dear darling daughter of Vishnu Banu Maharaj. Covering his lotus-like face with a crimson veil, he appeared before Srimati Radhika, his eyes bashfully lowered. Previously, on the night of the Rasa dance on the banks of the river Kalindi, Sri Shyamasundar had accepted defeat in the midst of the gopis. At that time, he had told them, "I am not able to repay my debt to you all." See, he accepted defeat at the gopis. In other words, the Lord is always, he's pushing everybody away. See, he doesn't, you can call him, but if you don't have devotion and love, he doesn't come. If you don't have attachment, he doesn't come. Oh, if you really sincerely calling out, you really want him, oh, then he'll make an arrangement. He'll send you his associates. Then you'll get him that way, because by the mercy of the Lord, he sees your heart. Oh, you're calling out, you want me? Well, I don't come directly. It's very hard to get because I'm not attracted to you. So let me send you my representative. See? And they'll get purified, of all this false identifications that are keeping us apart. See, so the super soul will send you to his representative, and by the mercy of the representative and that association, and all of a sudden things are cleared away, and then the Lord arises in your heart. So many devotees, they're just not understanding this point. If you're really calling out for Krishna, he'll send you to his real representative. They're the ones who have real praying. Otherwise, you haven't found the real representative. They're a bit of a disguise. They're disguising themselves as representatives. They're actors. You know how they have the actor? They're hiring people to put on plays, but they're not the real thing. See, if without prema, you're like that. You're acting in the role of an in-between, like a person marrying people to Krishna. That's what a real guru is in our Gaudiya. Can you marry somebody to Krishna? are you an authorized priest? Are you a real pujari that can give the real darshan of Radha and Krishna? Or are you just still practicing and play acting, imitating still? See, prema makes you the real deal, and without it, you don't have the right understanding, the right knowledge, essence of truth. So he appeared before Srimati Radhika, his eyes bashfully lowered. Previously, on the night of the Rasa dance on the banks of the river Kalindi, Sri Shama Sundara had accepted defeat in the midst of the gopis. At that time, he had told them, I am not able to repay my debt to you all. You know why? Because, hey man, now only devotees can give him happiness, and you're giving him happiness now. Oh my God. And making him happy. The gopis make him the most happy. Yeah, you can mute your mic there, Sachi. Yeah. The gopis make him the most happy. How can he repay? It's like, wow, you're going to give me continuous happiness now. Here I'm living in the world where people are cut off from me, and I'm making me miserable. They're torturing the super soul. They don't even know it. They're cut off. Their conscience is seared. They don't know how to make the Lord happy. They're caught up in the Maya. That's why the representatives have to come. That's why the Lord has to come. They have to represent reality. And that's why you want to know where a real deliverance is? Look at the delivered devotees and how they express themselves when their heart awakens and they realize, my God, how fortunate I am to be delivered. My Guru Dev, my God, because of him, or her, if it's a her, I am delivered. I've got this Krishna in my heart. I have a relationship with God. I understand the truth. I've been set free. You can look here, look at these people, and you want to know where God really quite isn't, where the imitation is still being done. And I say this to help the Guru and their followers, blind guides and the blind followers. Look, do you see any disciples saying, my God, how wonder, I'm delivered, I'm free. God is awakened in my heart. If you don't hear that, you haven't found the real deliverance. Some devotees in the Sangha, have to have that experience. That's how we know. That's why Lord Chaitanya said, those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. Where is it? Is it, otherwise you're still practicing being guru, practicing being a follower. It's all just practice. You're not reaped the result yet. The result is, I don't care, you're a guru and with thousands of disciples or a follower of such gurus. If prema is not awakened in either of your hearts, you're still blind, more or less. You both need to be real disciples of a real empowered guru so that prema can quickly awaken in your life. And forget about all these long-term things. Oh yeah, you just keep doing this hard thing, and then when you die, the pearly gates will open. If you want to spend your time, man, you should spend your time where you're getting dividends. You're making your investment, and you're feeling some results. Especially if you're investing properly. Investor is like really there with it. Some people are just coming to the point where they, become really dedicated. Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah. So I think I think I'm going to stop now because I'm going to take off. I'm going to travel a little bit. Janaki's going this morning, and I'm going to go. I think go to this place where I can take a bath for a few days. You know,
The
go to that
movie.
yeah, go to this cottonwood over here. Yeah, in Cottonwood they have.
I just spent 3 days up there with them. I just came back down to Tucson myself yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we camped out with them.
Yeah, did you
Great.
have-
Yeah. Mostly I slept in the car though.
yeah. Now you know what the problems are, so you can overcome them.
Yeah.
Earplugs and the other need a little more warmth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
All
a
right.
good
So
adventure.
yeah, this was the second time. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we'll go now. Thank you very much for coming, and yeah, I feel nourished. My soul has been fed a
Thank
little.
you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you. I feel nourished as well.
Yeah, isn't that good? We got a little nourishment to keep us going for a little while, and then you know the hankering comes back. Oh yeah, we need more of more Ross dancing, more Ross dancing. Got to stay carefree, man. Otherwise, all the cares come back. You know, if you don't get this kind of experience of God, this encounter, then the cares come. Oh, all these problems. Oh, meditation on the world. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Watch the replay if you missed anything.
Me too.